Hello, good people. Welcome to our first podcast. This is the ABCD Project podcast. My name is Simbarashe Tsamba, and I'm going to be your host. I am currently a student at Budapest Metropolitan University, and I'm pursuing my master's in management and leadership. My team is going to introduce themselves. We can start with
Michael, or as they call me, Munashe and Mverecha. I'm studying communication and media. Off to my friend.
My name's Ash. I am from Metropolitan and I also study media and communication.
My name is Haanya, and I'm from also the Metropolitan University, and I study international relations.
Great. Now we know everyone. So, how did you first become involved in this project?
For me, I was more of an internship thing where I was interested and I applied for it. And then I got involved with the deep tech, and then, it really built on my intrigue, and then it continued on from there, and that's how I got here. Not very complicated.
Thank you very much. Ash?
I got involved with the project fairly recently, and the way I got involved was Metropolitan has newsletters where they send out details for the project, and I've always liked the fact about innovation and deep tech. I've worked in deep tech for a while as well. It was an intriguing project. I looked it up online and then applied for this internship, and I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to work on it.
All right. Haanya?
I think this was also, as mentioned, a great opportunity. As I was looking through ads and I saw an intro to this project, and I thought it was a really good opportunity to indulge in this because it was all about sharing your ideas and getting to hear other people's ideas, and as well as, I guess, learning more skills that I didn't know that I had or place that I had to enhance. That was all of it for me.
Could you briefly explain what the ABCD project is all about? I'll leave that question to you, Ash.
The ABCD project, it's a project funded by Climate Kick. Then the funds are going to the Europe, and it's also funded by the European Union. It's basically an higher education project where we try to spread awareness about deep tech, and the project's based on that, basically. And it's mainly focused on the Western Balkans. We have partners in quite a few countries as well, and there are 5 work packages as well. Currently, the project's ongoing, and we're trying to innovate ideas, come up with new things so that people gain awareness about deep tech, because really people don't know what deep tech is and like how do you get into it, what are the factors and collaborative aspects of it as well, and we're just trying to promote it and spread awareness.
I hear that you mentioned deep tech. Maybe you can just explain further so that our viewers can know what deep tech is.
Deep tech sounds a very hard topic, but it's not. So it's basically new gen technology. You can have AI, neurogen, blockchain. These are all, and Web3 as well. And these are all new technologies which are currently in deep tech. You don't have Web2 technologies, let's say like cloud computing and programming and stuff. There is definitely programming involved, but the focus is not on that. It's more on innovation and like looking forward on how startups can actually get that product out, what's it about, and stuff like that.
Thank you for shedding light on that. So, Mr. Munashe, can you describe your specific role and responsibility in this project, what you bring to the table?
Well, for me, it's really simple. Working on the hackathon aspect, it's like a competition made by different organizers so that they can create a holistic environment with an incentive so that the participants come up with a solution for a certain problem. So this helps like the organizers, the recruiters, the sponsors, and also creates a very great atmosphere. We can combine the deep tech aspect, which is like the more technical side of the faculty, as well as the social sciences, which is where we come in. And we bridge that gap together. And that's my responsibility, bringing those two things to mesh.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Who are the key players in this project?
So the key players in this project are a lot of partners from various universities and countries mostly situated in the Western Balkans. And they all have some form of education and innovation hubs in them as well. They also contribute with technical skills. There are a few universities which are technical as well. So it's not only social sciences, as you mentioned, but like it's a very well-grounded approach, and it basically fosters like great collaboration between different aspects. We have startups as well, so universities, education, and like how people can get into it once they graduate from university and spread and get into deep tech. Because if you're interested in innovation, this is a great project to get into.
Haanya, how has your experience and background prepared you for this role in this project?
I feel like I've always been interested, I guess, on the more international side, and I've always been the one to talk or share my ideas, and I've always been indulging in activities what everyone has to think and what everyone has to say. And also, I enjoy criticism as much as possible, and so I think this was perfect in that sense where you kind of meet people and you get to listen to their ideas, and then you can share your ideas, and you kind of work together to come to an idea or a solution in general, which is what we're doing currently. And I think it's the best method possible to, I guess, come together and work together.
Thank you for that. Munashe, what do you find most rewarding about working on this ABCD project?
I think there's a lot of things. To start off, I'd say the great co-partners that we have here. It's been a very interesting time spending together, getting to know one another, our traits, as well as the educational aspect of learning what the inside of deep tech really looks like and how it has helped enhance my own education and giving me the awareness, especially with regards to the innovation, to the entrepreneurship and the startups and the care packages. It's been a complete different experience where it's hard to describe in just words.
Ash, where do you see the ABCD project heading in the future? And what role do you envision playing in its development?
I envision like where the ABCD project is heading. Right now, most of the innovation and startup hub is towards the Nordic countries and developing countries in the Western Balkans. It's an untapped market. The project helps promote greater innovation and collaboration in the Western Balkans itself, among countries, among universities, among companies as well. And it promotes entrepreneurship, it promotes collaboration, it promotes deep tech. And the long-term goals for the project are definitely where people start their own startups and incubators, maybe some innovation hubs come around. And there's also a point where like people from the industry already established players can have mentoring programs for them. And the project helps fund all of these aspects. My role in this is I have an idea for a podcast, which we're currently doing. So the podcast can have a global outreach and it will go on multiple platforms. So that will help promote the project. It also gives aspect into deep tech because when you hear deep tech, a lot of people don't know what it means. It sounds fancy, but it's scary as well. And it's a little overwhelming for a lot of people. This aspect can be broken down into small pieces and then people know about deep tech and they're aware of like what it is and how to get into it. Because that's the main point. Like people need to actually work with maybe mentors in their field or universities or incubators part of their university as well so that they can foster their ideas and like come up with great stuff which can help the world.
Since you mentioned about podcasts, so where can people find these podcasts? So let's say our viewers, they want to maybe engage in this whole discussion and all. So where can they get a hold of this podcast?
Podcast is going to be on multiple platforms. You find it on YouTube. You're going to find it on the ABCD website as well. If you Google the ABCD project and just go through the links, you will find links to all the episodes of the podcast, and it's all going to be on the internet, easy to access anywhere as well.
Thank you very much. I know a lot of people might question this. What are the Western Balkans? So maybe, Haanya, you can shed light on that. What are the Western Balkans?
The Western Balkans, as mentioned before, they have untapped market, I guess highlighting on the Western Balkans or on the Balkans in general is a great place to start investing and starting new ideas because it's a great thing in the long term as well. Benefits all economies, and there are many great institutions as well that work with us from the Balkans. With this noted, we could definitely rise and highlight more on the Balkans and kind of give them the recognition that they deserve, that they haven't really been lightened on through the years. And so I guess it's a great place, highlight them.
Simba, I have a question for you regarding the project. What do you think are like the practical aspects and plans of the ABCD project?
With this project, we are trying to create a holistic approach when it comes to like institutions in technology as well as higher education institutions within the Western Balkans and also Hungary as well. As you can see, Metro is also, which is in Hungary, is also part of the whole project as well, spearheading the project. Also, we have like 5 big projects that we are working on within this whole project, which include project management, which is like an ongoing process, like how we are managing the whole project as Metro. And then we are also working on the hackathon, which Munashe explained. And then we are also looking at promotion and marketing, where we are trying to like do an outreach program so that we can market this whole project to a lot of people and it can attract investment, skills, expertise. Also, like you can see, we have already started this initiative of this podcast, which was one of our biggest projects within this. I think so far these are like the practical aspects, and it's still an ongoing process. We have started and we are not stopping.
I also wanted to add how we have many opportunities for other students to join us. We have many workshops that we're planning, and we also have many, I guess, online meetings and other additional things that we could, I guess, include everyone with, online or in person. It's really collaborative, and we also, I guess, focus on sharing our ideas with other students, not only with our co-partner institutions, but also the students that involved with it.
Adding on to that, I also wanted to bring light and say this isn't limited to just like the social sciences and just like the technical side of universities. This is also open to our faculty as well. They can also join in if they have a passion for deep tech or IT or programming. It's open for all students, basically. It's open door policy.
Basically an inclusive project. That's what we are saying.
Exactly.
Everyone, there's no limits. Everyone is invited.
Yeah.
Yes. Here you have it, our viewers. So today we basically wanted to introduce our topic, which is the ABCD projects. We are just aiming at helping startups in the Balkan states and also trying to grow and to give advice as well as nurturing them so that they can reach their full potential, because there are a lot of companies and a lot of startups there and a lot of people who have very great ideas, but then it's an untapped market that needs investment, that needs attention. So this is what this whole project is about. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope we meet you on the next episode. Thank you very much.